And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, as always, here to bring you up to date with all of the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. And that of course includes our title. Yes, Rangers plotting to sign Midfield Powerhouse in January, according to sources. We'll discuss that, of course, a bit later on. I do know it's October, but, you know, the January transfer window soon approaches, and we heard from Nils Koopman yesterday that basically they are planning and preparing for that window. We also heard from the current chairman of the club, or intimate chairman of the club, there in an interview stating that, of course, Rangers would be backing Philippe Clement with some money in January, so we could be fairly busy. We are in the international break. In terms of Rangers' perspective, in terms of players involved, the two lined up yesterday, the two summer signings, of course, Bajrami and of course Cherny. They played against each other. However, it was Czech Republic. They got the best out of Albania. Scotland, of course, lost yesterday to Croatia. Again, probably because Conor Barron wasn't playing. But yeah, Scotland. Interested because most of you guys are Scottish, obviously. What do you think with Steve Clarke? Do you think he's the man to take Scotland forward, or do you not really give a crap? As stated, let me know down there in the old comment section below. Moving on, guys, to some potential Europa League news, guys. Obviously, we have got the Europa League coming up very soon, and our next Europa League opponent, Stuka Bucharest, or FCSB, has been rocked after their Romanian international, Mila Luxtru, was ruled out for up to a year with a serious knee injury. Clement's side, of course, welcome the former European Cup holders to Ibrox later this month for the next game in their Europa League section. However, they will now be without one of their key players after the 23-year-old suffered a knee injury in a competition against PAOK. The club's owner and president, Bakali, revealed the severity of the injury, although he softened the blow by handing him a pay rise. He said it was a very scary injury he received. He have heard it may take up to 6 months to recover, but in reality he'll be out for out of a year, we believe, because it takes a long time to return to full match fitness. I talked to him after the injury and I encouraged him. The first thing I did was add an extra £5,000 to his salary. The small consolation for such a terrible injury. So, again, one of their key players rocked. Regardless of that being their key player, I do think that's probably one of the games that's a must-win within our Europa League phase. We don't have many must-wins. Well, we have to try and get as many points on the board as we possibly can, just because we've got such a tough league phase. But FCSB at home is a game that Rangers should be winning. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with regards to that. Now, in other news, guys, Chris Boyd obviously does speak out a lot in regards to Rangers, and he's basically stated that, pointed out a significant issue facing Rangers manager Philippe Clement, the inability to identify his strongest lineup. Clement, who made 9 new signings during the summer transfer window, has encountered difficulties in fielding a consistent team, and that's had a knock-on effect with a mixed bag of results. A combination of injuries, suspensions, and below-par performances have played a part in the selection chaos from the Rangers boss, and it's arguably resulted in a challenging start to the season. Currently, Rangers find themselves 5 points adrift of Celtic and Aberdeen at the summit of the Scottish Premiership. Of course, this inconsistency has raised alarms among fans and pundits alike. And basically, Boyd pointed out that the club's recent approach to recruitment, favouring quantity over quality, could be coming back to haunt them, plus allowing so many key players to run down their contracts over the past few years. He argues that the influx of new players has disrupted the team's cohesion, making it incredibly challenging for Clement to establish a reliable starting 11. Discussing the Rangers' season so far on the warm-up, Boyd detailed his main concerns. He says, listen, it's hard for me to sit here. In terms of it's a project, I don't think Rangers Football Club should ever be a project. There were a lot of changes over the summer. This has been one of Rangers' problems for a number of years now. I don't think that's the recruitment policy. The players that have been brought in have improved their 11 as such. We're now in October. I couldn't name Rangers' best 11 right now, and I don't think Philippe Clement can either, hence the reason why he's changing players every single week. Well, you know, I think Boyd obviously talking about that in terms of our thing. I think we did do some good summer recruitment. That always needed to be done, getting the wage bill down, clear the decks and bring in some fresh breed. But this is a long period of time. You can't expect us to necessarily, well, we can, we're Rangers Football Club, but you can't dare I say it, expect us to constantly just challenge for the league title. Maybe we need a 1 year to just try and sort that mess out and then go for it again. But I do agree with him, we should never be a project. But I do think there has been some good stuff happen behind the scenes. We'll have to see. But I do agree with in terms of we don't know our best starting 11 at this moment in time. And to be fair, I don't even think Philippe Clement even knows what his style of play is yet, which is always an interesting one. Now, speaking about transfers and recruitment, Niels Koeppen, of course, came out and stated that it's an ongoing process. We went through the interview yesterday and basically stated that Rangers are going to be shopping all around the world in terms of finding players and in different positions. And basically now we're getting a heads up from Peter O'Rourke, basically stating that Rangers are looking to strengthen their defensive midfield options in January. Basically speaking on the latest edition of the Inside Track podcast, the senior transfer correspondent revealed that manager Philippe Clement believes Rangers are light in defensive midfield and would like to add a powerhouse operator, but admits it could be difficult to do so in the January market. As stated, the Belgian manager likes to play two defensive-minded midfielders, the report went on to say, to shield the back line, but currently only has Nicola Raskin and Mohamed Diomande suited to do so. Diomande has been more impressive of the two, providing 2 assists in 393 league minutes, creating 7 open play chances and boasting a pass accuracy of 84%. It's understood that Rangers will be looking for a cut-price deal to add depth as the club look to catch up on Celtic and Aberdeen at the top of the Scottish Premiership. What was said by Peter O'Rourke is that we're looking to try and find that midfield powerhouse. And I do believe, well, obviously we're starting to see Jordan Henderson potentially linked to the club with the bookies' favourites and stuff like that. I don't necessarily think he's the answer, but we're certainly looking to try and bolster that position, and it's quite good to see reports stating that as we are approaching, we're still a little while away, but it soon does come quick, and we will be behind the scenes getting things done. That's how these kind of sources know all about this kind of stuff. So Peter O'Rourke, usually gets things right now and then. He's not said a name or anything, but of course he said that we're looking to try and sign a midfield powerhouse. So I'll look forward to potentially seeing that deal go over the line. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And in January, I know we're a little while away, but how many players do you think the club actually do need to sign this January? As stated, let me know down in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, troops, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Just a quick one, guys. I want you to check out the channel's official clothing store, RFC Clothing. Each design is limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Ibrox, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. Do browse our t-shirts by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com.